Ben, stop. Seriously, stop.
I can't. Beauty. Why is it relevant? Well, to be honest, it's there so that we can be attracted to other people, so that we can boink and make babies. It's really, really important for reproduction. And an important part of beauty, of course, is the face. So the big question is, what is it about a woman's face that men find attractive?
Let's just start with the face as a whole. Men prefer rounder faces with shorter chins, small noses, big eyes, big full lips, high cheekbones. To be suggestively fit for reproduction, the female face must appear childlike. Research has actually shown that the most appealing face to men is those aged 12 to 14.
Oh, that's, what? No, ew.
I'm just reading the facts.
No.
This age apparently represents youth, vulnerability, but some pubescent sexual maturity. This whole thing is so uncomfortable! These childlike faces, it would appear, bring out the protective and paternal instincts in the male. I remind you towards their sexual partners. Bottom line, the most attractive faces to men are baby faces. Even when it comes to plastic surgery, a lot of surgeons will use a baby face template when adjusting and readjusting a woman's face. And if you can't afford plastic surgery, we have Snapchat filters to show us what we're supposed to look like.
In her essay, The Science of Relationships, Marissa Cohen identifies 3 things on which we base our assessment of mate value. Physically, that is. Symmetry, averageness, and non-average sexually dimorphic features, which is a fancy way of saying the stuff she's got that I don't got. So symmetry, pretty straightforward. Symmetry tends to signal a healthy reproductive system and a healthy immune system in a partner, so men tend to find symmetry in a face pretty attractive. Averageness, you may not have seen this one coming, but if you sort of think about what Liza's saying about the whole baby face feature thing, men are actually in general attracted to women with less stronger pronounced features and more average familiar types of features.
Ben's basically saying that we like it plain. We think that dynamic, interesting characters are attractive, but they're not. We want everything to be average and symmetrical with features that are easy to process, and we want you to just basically look like the average Joe.
There's also something else going on that men might be picking up on in the face. There was a study done out of Finland and Turku University that showed that the higher the stress levels in a woman, the less men found them attractive. So that's pretty logical, because we do know that the higher the stress hormones are in a woman, the more likely her sexual hormones are to be inhibited. So when a man can sense stress in the face, through whatever features those might be, wrinkles, a scowl, resting bitch face, they get this idea that maybe that person is not going to be the best option for reproduction.
All I'm getting so far is that I have an ugly face. I am stressed out, I have this long oval face, nothing about this shit looks childlike. No. This video is just saying Liza be ugly.
Yeah, no, we're doing the paper bag overlay for this one.
The whole video. Yeah. Let's get to a feature I actually do have. Really big, large eyes. Thank God. Give me something. It is reported that 70%, and that's a huge number, of men notice eyes first. And they like them big. Why do men like big eyes? They are an indicator of youth. They're also an indicator of fertility. Big eyes are a subconscious indicator of really high estrogen. The more testosterone you have, the smaller your eyes will get. I am like jacked with estrogen. Jacked.
Me too.
Oh, like in your eye department?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have big eyes?
No. The most important thing about estrogen and fertility is baby making. What it all comes down to. Why on else would you be looking at someone saying, I feel like having sex with you, if it wasn't on some subconscious biological level you were considering reproduction? There's also a social and emotional element in all of this. Again, since babies or children seem to have really large eyes, we associate bigger eyes with honesty and innocence. This initiates a protective feeling in the men. And as it turns out, if your mate has a more nurturing, protective quality, they actually might stick around long enough to raise the baby you've made. This same source also reported that big eyes can make a woman look agreeable and submissive. And quote, men like these traits in women.
Love it. Love it. No, I don't know. We don't love that. Why would we want that? So back to our dame from earlier, Marissa Cohen. She also says that lips are really important because they're a sign of fertility. In fact, humans are the only primates that have lips on the outside of their bodies as opposed to the inside of their face. And some zoologists think that lips in humans actually developed to resemble female genitalia. You sort of turn it this way. You know, the same kind of size, same shape, and they both actually fill with blood when sexually aroused.
Bottom line, ladies, if you don't have it, just fake it. Lipstick was invented like 6,000 years ago, probably in some ancient beauty parlor. And in the 20s, when women were entering the workforce, cosmetics boomed. The toiletry and cosmetic industry is worth like 50 bajillion quadrillion dollars. So go to Sephora and you make those eyes bigger and make them mouths look like vagina.
This is why makeup is such a big deal for guys. You always talk to these guys that they go home with one girl and then they wake up next to the swamp donkey and they freak out and tell all their friends about it. Because it's like the worst lie, because the face is so important. It's the last thing we want to be duped on.
It's like when people are contouring and shading and they literally can change the entire shape of their face. I say do it, girls. False advertise all day.
No, girls, don't do that. Well, I guess maybe if you can make the mouth look a little bit more like a vagina, then that's not so bad. Maybe do that.